Scoring Supremo Sammie Szmodics could be exchanging Ewa Park for the Champions League. What am I talking about? We'll tell you all about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. That's right, folks, back once again with another transfer video today. It's about players going out, of course, and Sammie Szmodics, goal-scoring king, Championship's Golden Boot winner, could be on the move to the Champions League. What am I talking about? Well, I'll talk about it in a second. But if you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, world football, European football, 2024, Euros. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski, of course, hot off the press. When I say hot off the press, in fact, yeah, it's pretty much hot off the press. And the latest team to be linked with Sammie Szmodics, it comes from, of course, abroad. That's what I'm talking about. So we're not talking about a Premier League Champions League club. We're talking about a overseas Champions League club, and that is Galatasaray. Whoa. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. Here it is, of course, again, coming from the 72.co.uk website. The link is in here somewhere. Where is it? It's all legit. It's all in here. It's all in here somewhere. Yeah, what a potential move from Team Talk. It's come from Team Talk again. You can take that with a pinch of salt. But what a good bit of business it could be for Rovers. Could be a good move for Sammie Szmodics if it was to pan out. But let's talk about it. Of course, the article does say, and I'll show it to you one more time: £12 million bid from Galatasaray for Sammie Szmodics. Now, yeah, that's all well and good. 12 million is good money. You know, we shouldn't turn our nose up at it. But it's not the numbers that we've all been quoted amongst our Rovers fans. We're talking 15, 20 million, and some even say more than that. Of course, he is a player that's getting on a little bit, but you know, coming off of the back of this season, chipping in with 27 goals, 33 in total, of course, of all competitions in 48 games. It's a pretty good season for Sammie Szmodics. Now, for me, my initial take on this, if I was Sammie Szmodics and my desire to play in the Premier League, you know, you've got to weigh that up. You've got to weigh that up. You could, of course, swap the championship instantly, like in a hot move, hot instant, and go and play in the Champions League next football alongside a Galatasaray side that's loaded with stars. They did a reinvestment last season heavily, and of course they won the Turkish Super League. So they're in good shape, good form, and they look pretty mean, pretty like a good team. And that, of course, Galatasaray are a team that you know, they put the fear in you. There, of course, nobody likes to go to Turkey. No one likes to go to Galatasaray and play them. So, you know, and I think Galatasaray have got an argument to be said that they could go deep in the Champions League next season. So this could be a great adventure, a really good adventure for Sammie Szmodics. But bottom line is here, you know, if your desire is to play in the Premier League, you have that chance. You can say no to Champions League and play in the Premier League with a Brentford, with a Everton, with a you know, a team down the foot of Fulham maybe, or something like that. You could do that, or even a West Ham. Maybe a West Ham. That, I think, a West Ham deal, he would be right there in a heartbeat. No question. Of course, West Ham fan at heart. He'd do that in a hot minute for sure. But it is a conundrum for Sammie Szmodics, of course. But it's great to see that there's serious interest already in him. Of course, as for a Rovers fan, and of course as for one that's thinking about my club and the next step we have on our agenda, I want more than that. I don't want 12 million, of course, and I'm happy that there's 12 million, but maybe that's just the start. Of course, the start of a bidding war that will, of course, instigate clubs from the Premier League as well as other clubs from around Europe, because I think this is a great headache for Sammie Szmodics, and I would, if I was him, I'd just let the pot brew a little bit, let the teabag stew a little bit, and see what does come up at the end of the Euros. Of course, you could sit through the month of June and July and just explore your options. You know, just don't make no rash decisions. I do believe he will be playing for a different team at the end of this transfer window. But again, like I want to say, we hold the cards here a little bit. We can turn a £12 million deal down. And if I was talking to Sam as a club to a player, I'd say it's a good deal. You know, yes, they're going to give you Champions League football, but ideally we want a bit more than the 12 million. So you know, we are inclined to reject that deal, and if we can get a deal of 20 million or more, then let's have this conversation again. So I think this is just the first of maybe of many bids that are going to come in for Sammie Szmodics, and again, hopefully, the club make the right decision by accepting the right bid. But again, the conundrum really falls on Sammie Szmodics. You know, he could take a gamble at Galatasaray, and I'm sure he would be able to play in the Champions League and have a good season out in Turkey. But if it was all to fall to shit, he could easily make a switch back to the Championship or back to England the season after, because it doesn't seem to work out for players, especially high-profile English players. Josh Bowler, I think he went to. I'm not trying to compare the two, but you know, Josh Bowler went out to Greece. Didn't really work out. A lot of players, you know, they take that gamble. I think Ryan Kent is actually in Turkey right now, and actually he's going to come back with his tail between his legs. Meanwhile, Rovers, Ryan Kent's get on top of that one. So it's not a successful playground for British players. Is Turkey or abroad? Abroad is a very much more miss than hit for British players, because it's a culture shift, massive culture shift. So I don't know if he will be able to succeed in that. And I think I would again sit on the fence a little bit, see what comes. Worst comes to the worst, you'll be put on the blue and white halves again, but I don't anticipate that. I think the clubs will come, even Leicester. Leicester are already out there. We already talked about Leicester. But Galatasaray would be absolutely crazy for Sammie Szmodics. And again, the chances are you could win. You could win the Turkish top flight with Galatasaray, get yourself a medal. You'll be in the spotlight for Ireland, of course. That is no question as well. You'd definitely be able to play top flight, and of course in the Champions League as well. So it's definitely an interesting conundrum for Sammie Szmodics. Do I think he'll ultimately make the switch to Galatasaray? Realistically, I think a Premier League club will come in, possibly an Everton, and of course maybe, and if an Everton come calling, which I think would be a good fit for Sammie Szmodics, of course, under a Sean Dyche team who they work hard, they get all on board with Sean Dyche, and they can create something next season. I think they can be a top 10 side for sure. With Sean Dyche and a little bit of backing, but have they got the money? Have they got the money to come in here and snap them off our hands? That, of course, is the telling question. And as for us, we want more than 12 minutes. So let's see what happens, of course, over the summer. But for me, I think this is just the start of many interested parties declaring their interest in our hottest prospect or hottest asset on the books at the moment. Until then, guys, those subscribe, smash the like. Do you think Szmodics goes to Turkey? Do you think he gets a Premier League move? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I'll catch you later for the next one.